The Phantom of Okamuro is a chilling Japanese legend about a ghost that appears at your door a week after you first hear about it. If you fail to remember its name and chant it 3 times with your eyes closed, you are destined for misfortune. Warning: this is a cursed story. If you do not wish to be visited by Okamuro, do not read this tale. Okamuro is a Japanese ghost, though no one truly knows what it looks like. It is said that anyone who sees Okamuro will meet their end. When you learn about Okamuro, there is a chance that it will appear to you approximately a week later, especially if you read about it during this time. It will suddenly appear outside your room, banging on doors and windows with a loud knocking sound. Tock, tock, tock. No one else can hear its knocking except the person who has heard of it. When this happens, keep your eyes tightly closed, chanting Okamuro, Okamuro, Okamuro until it disappears. Usually, it takes a few minutes, but sometimes it may take several hours. No matter what, do not open your eyes until it is gone. The lore goes that if you survive an encounter with Okamuro, it will never appear to you again. If you are a nervous person, pay close attention to the sounds of doors and windows in the coming week. An old Japanese book contains an illustration of Okamuro. It says that if you hear noises outside your home late at night and open the front door, you'll see a huge, demonic head sitting on your doorstep. A story of a Japanese man who faced Okamuro reads: When I was a high school student, my friends and I were intrigued by the supernatural and often bought magazines filled with ghost pictures and scary stories. We would spend hours reading and frightening ourselves with these hair-raising tales. My friends were often so scared that they didn't want to take the magazines home and would give them to me. Over time, I ended up with a pile of these spooky magazines on my nightstand. I usually read them before going to sleep. One night, I came across a compelling story in one of the magazines. It was true, but not something that could scare you to death, unless you weren't careful. It was very brief, just a paragraph or so, about a ghost that would come and knock on your window or door if you read the story. If you didn't chant the name 3 times, it would come into your room and behead you. I continued reading the magazine and gradually drifted off to sleep. Suddenly, there was a faint knock at the window. At first, I thought it was just a bird, but remembering it was midnight, I realized there couldn't be any birds around. I looked at the window, but with the curtains closed, I couldn't see anything. I started thinking about the story I had read. Could it be true? I tried convincing myself it was just fiction, but then I heard the knocking again, louder this time. Tock, tock. Terrified, I started chanting the ghost's name repeatedly. Although it happened decades ago, I still remember it clearly. Okamuro, 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 and then nothing happened. Suddenly, the noise stopped, and everything became quiet. After a while, I woke up and went to the window to open the curtains. There was nothing outside. I still don't know what it was, but from that day on, I've always been cautious about reading these curse stories. Sometimes I still get the feeling they could come true.